Hey guys, it's Kama here, and I just finished watching the movie Luca. It's Pixar's newest movie about two fish children who go to an Italian town and they become friends there and fit in there. It's a really nice movie. The characters are cute, the animation is nice, the story is simple but it's enjoyable, and I really enjoy the characters there. Like Luca and Alberto, they're really cute friends together, and that redhead girl, Julieta, what was her name again? Julieta? Yeah, she was really enjoyable too. The plot can be a little generic, especially with that bully character who I really can't bother to remember the name of, but other than that, it's a really nice movie, and I do recommend it. It's worth checking out if you like these kind of movies, that is. Though something about it kept bothering me though, like something about the plot, it sounds familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. Like, I swear I've heard it before. But where? Where have I heard it before? Wait a minute. Oh my god. Okay, ever since I first heard the plot for the movie, I immediately suspected there was something fishy going on about it. And I'm not talking about Luca and Alberto being gay. No, this goes much deeper than that. Deeper. When I heard the words fish people in an Italian seaside town, one movie immediately sprung to my mind, and that movie was Dagon, Stuart Gordon's movie based on H.P. Lovecraft's The Shadow over Innsmouth. And I have a feeling that these two movies actually have a deep connection that none of us knows about. Now I know what some of you are gonna say, but Kama, what does a movie based on an H.P. Lovecraft story have to do with a Pixar animated movie about fish children? I'm glad you asked, because this is where it gets really interesting. Now for those of you who have never watched the movie Dagon or read the Shadow over Innsmouth story, let me just catch you up to speed. Now the basic plot for both the movie and the story is that a young man is traveling when he came across a seaside fishing town. The town was dirty, it was gloomy, all the citizens there were creepy, they were suspicious, and they had these weird deformities that made them look fish-like. The protagonist later finds out that the town was actually being inhabited by half-human, half-fish people hybrids, because years ago the town got invaded by fish people. These fish people are called Deep Ones in the story, and they descended from Mother Hydra and Father Dagon, who they worship as a god. Oh, and try to guess who Father Dagon worships. Yep, that's right. Cthulhu himself. Now the plot for both the movie and the novella are pretty similar with a few minor changes, but the major change made in the movie is that instead of being set in America, it's set in Italy. You see where I'm going with this? And in the movie Luca, we see that the sea monsters have the ability to transform into humans whenever they go on land and they're not touched by water. But here's the thing. Why would sea-dwelling creatures have the ability to transform into sentient mammalian creatures whenever they go on land? Like, why would they have this ability in the first place unless they were specifically designed to infiltrate humans from the beginning? And Luca and Alberto weren't the first ones to do this. Toward the end of the movie, we see two old ladies who are revealed to be sea monsters themselves as well, indicating that these creatures have infiltrated humans for a long time. And ever since the sea monsters revealed themselves to the humans, the seaside town of Porto Rosso welcomed them with open arms. Now in Dagon and Shadow over Innsmouth, the Deep One's goal is to take over the surface world, eradicate all humans, so they can worship Dagon and the Great Old Ones. And possibly with the help of other alien species, they could even bring the Great Old Ones into our reality. Now for those of you who aren't really familiar with Lovecraft or the Cthulhu mythos as a whole, the Great Ones are ancient cosmic entities who are far more powerful than anything we can comprehend, and they are on a higher dimension than us, and they are older than Earth and possibly as old as the universe itself. And yes, Cthulhu and probably Dagon are considered Great Old Ones themselves. So here's what I think. Luca and all the other fish people that we see in the movie aren't just ordinary sea monsters. They are in fact deep ones, and because the town of Porto Rosso welcomed them with open arms, maybe they became too trusting of these sea monsters, and because of this, it allowed some not-so-friendly sea monsters slash deep ones to come to Porto Rosso. Maybe they brought their religion with them and started teaching it to the people of Porto Rosso. And maybe the citizens who were way too welcoming started accepting this religion immediately because they viewed these sea monsters as far superior to them. And these not-so-friendly sea monsters started teaching the people of the town to worship Dagon and the Great Old Ones. And then because some not-so-welcoming citizens of the town, like that bully character Ercole, I think was his name, tried to fight back against these deep ones, the deep ones and Italian Captain Obed Marsh brought back reinforcements to take revenge on the town of Porto Rosso. So the deep one sea monsters and the inhabitants that stuck by their side started massacring the entire town, and the people they didn't kill were used for breeding. So they can create half human, half sea monster hybrids to take control of the entire town. And maybe thanks to Luca, they not only got the courage to go on land and take over the town, but maybe to also expand their horizon to other towns and possibly entire countries. Maybe Alberto's dad did this as well. Because we don't know anything about Alberto's father, and we don't know what happened to him. All we do know is that he just left Alberto and never came back. So who's to say he didn't run away to some faraway town or country like Massachusetts, America, and started having sexy times with an unsuspecting human woman? So now because of Luca, Alberto, and Giulia, all the other deep ones now have the courage to go on land and infiltrate humans. And because the town was so gullible to think that all deep ones will be friendly, they started welcoming all of them, which allowed the unfriendly ones to also come and infiltrate them. So now all those lovable characters that we saw in the movie are now dead because they got massacred by the deep ones and those who worshipped them. And now because they start breeding with humans, along with their ability to disguise themselves as humans, they can now start to infiltrate more major metropolitan cities and possibly even other countries. And once they've created more of themselves, they will have built an army big enough to take on the entire world and kill all humans in the name of Dagon, like the Crusade. And the Deep Ones will wipe out all of humanity and take over the surface world and start worshipping Dagon and the other Great Old Ones. And then they will try to bring the Great Old Ones into our reality, where the Great Old Ones will eventually eradicate all life on Earth and reclaim planet Earth for themselves, and then eventually they will take over the entire universe and then all of reality. And it all started because of two fish children who wanted to buy a Vespa. No, I'm just kidding. The sea monsters in the movie are actually based off creatures from Italian myth and folklore, not Lovecraft. I mean, come on, a Pixar movie will never base itself off a Lovecraft story. Right? No, I'm just kidding. Under the sea, darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. There are a lot of fishy friends who will make sure you meet your end. So to make sure you won't be gone, worship Father Dagon under the sea. Banana Cthulhu Fatagan, Hela's a thought, and Yog's a thought, yay! Man, I wonder why no one wants to be your friend, Luca. Alberto, how come we have American accents? Good question.